Good day, students. Today we are going to do literary terms, and in literary terms, we are going to do figures of speech. And because you are third year students, so you already know what are figures of speech. Figures of speech are those literary beauties which make a poem beautiful, which lends beauty to the language of a poem. In first year and second year, you might have done a lot of literary terms which beautify the language of poem. We have done simile, metaphor, we have done alliteration, personification, hyperbole, conceit, and a lot of other figures of speech. And today we are going to do certain figures of speech which are included in your course of study, and one of them is dramatic monologue. Now, dramatic monologue is a term which is made of two words, dramatic and monologue. So, first of all, let us understand what is a monologue. Monologue is again made with two words, mono and log. Mono means single, log means speech. So, monologue is a speech spoken by a single person. It is a speech spoken by a single person. And there is a difference between soliloquy and a monologue and a dramatic monologue. And what is the basic difference between them two? Soliloquy is a speech spoken by a single person when he is all alone on the stage, when there is nobody to listen. So, when he speaks out his truest, his innermost feelings in front of the audience, the purpose is to make the audience aware of his inner motives, to make the audience aware of what is going on inside his mind, what are his future plans, and to reveal his inner self, truest self. And in a dramatic monologue, what happens? He is not all alone. He speaks alone, but he is not all alone. There is a presence of a silent listener. And how do we come to know that there is a silent listener around? The silent listener speaks something and the speaker reacts. And through the reactions of the speaker, we come to know that there is someone who is sitting besides him and who is reacting to his speeches. So we were talking of monologue. Mono means single and log means a speech. So it is a speech spoken by a single person in the presence of a silent listener. And what does this adjective dramatic signify? The word dramatic signifies that there are certain dramatic elements in this type of poem. So, dramatic monologue basically is a type of poem. It is a literary genre. So, what do we mean by this term dramatic? There are certain dramatic elements in a monologue which lends a dramatic touch to the speech. And what are those elements? First of all, dramatic monologue is a type of poem which starts abruptly, which starts suddenly. It does not give any background. We come to know that the speaker has been talking to the listener before also. So it is from the middle of the conversation that the poem starts. There are another dramatic elements in the poem. They are rhetoric questions. What is a rhetoric questions? You must be remembering that in first year we did Ice and Fire, in which there were rhetoric questions. One of them was, if you remember, how comes it that this her cold so great is not dissolved through her heart frozen cold? So, question mark. So, what is a rhetoric question? A question which does not expect answer from others. It is a question to be answered from the person who is posing a question. It lends charm, it lends emphasis to the point. So there are a lot of rhetoric questions. Then there are pauses. Pauses, it means that the speaker has paused, the speaker has stopped for a certain period of time to think, maybe to hide his inner feelings. Now, here also comes the basic difference between a soliloquy and a dramatic monologue, that in a soliloquy, the person, the speaker, does not hide because it is thinking aloud. He is talking to himself only, and it is a literary device through which the audience come to know about his truest feelings. But in a dramatic monologue, it is not so. He may feign his feelings. He may dramatize his speech. He may hide his inner motives. So there are pauses in between, and those pauses are denoted by dashes and dots, indentation. And then there are a lot of punctuation marks in which include question marks, exclamation, semicolon, colon. So all these things lend a dramatic touch to the monologue. So a dramatic monologue is a type of poem in which there is a speaker who is speaking to a silent listener. The silent listener is not, he does not speak, but his presence can be felt by the reactions of the speaker. So, we have already done 2 dramatic monologues by Robert Browning, or rather 3, 2 by Robert Browning and 1 Ulysses by Tennyson. So, in this poem Ulysses is speaking, he is all alone. And you see, in the poem by Robert Browning, My Last Duchess, there is a presence of the silent listener. And who is the silent listener? The messenger who has brought the second marriage proposal for the Duke, who has killed his wife. So, My Last Duchess is a very good example of a dramatic monologue in which he shows his inner self. He is trying to pose that he was a very good husband and his wife was to be blamed. But in the course of his speech, we come to know the reality. We come to know that in reality, his wife was not to be blamed. She was innocently killed. She was so very innocent, still she was killed by the cruel husband, the Duke. And the next dramatic monologue which we did was The Last Ride Together. And who's the speaker in The Last Ride Together? The poet. If not the poet, we can say the beloved is the speaker in the poem The Last Ride Together. And who is the silent listener? The silent listener is the departing beloved, who he is having for the last time, he is having the last ride together with. So, this was the literary term dramatic monologue. Thank you.